Welcome to Redacted Reality. If the allure of the shadowy, cryptic, and mystical tales captivate you, then please subscribe and hang around. Chapter 6: A Table for Three. Marcus, Lily, and Sarah find themselves in a charming coffee house with mismatched furniture and the hum of soft jazz in the background. The smell of freshly brewed coffee and buttery pastries fill the air. They are seated at a small corner table, food untouched as they cautiously glance at each other. Marcus leans back in his chair, smiling. Alright, I'll say it. This feels weird. Sharing breakfast like we're old friends after meeting in a dusty bookstore full of ominous vibes. Not exactly my usual morning routine. Sarah stirs her coffee and doesn't look up. You're free to leave if you're not interested in collaboration. Marcus grins and says, "Oh, I didn't say I wasn't interested. Just pointing out the irony. We're sitting here, playing nice, but I'm betting none of us trust the other farther than we can throw them." Lily whispers under her breath, "Well, Marcus, you probably weigh the most, so..." Marcus laughs, clearly enjoying Lily's dry humor while Sarah shoots her a small, approving glance. "But he's not wrong, you know," Lily says as she picks at her bagel. "We're all here because the Whittaker house has one hell of a reputation. That's not exactly a trust falls and team building exercise kind of setting." Sarah finally looks up, her tone serious. The house isn't a joke. It's history. It's a fact. It's real. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't. Marcus raises an eyebrow. "You're a true believer then? Or just the world's most determined history nerd?" Sarah replies coolly, "I prefer the term historian. And this isn't about belief. This is about following the evidence. And the Whittaker house has left enough of it behind to bury any normal explanation." Lily pauses mid-bite. "That explains the mountains of notes in your satchel. What I don't get is why you're willing to team up. You don't strike me as the, strength in numbers type." Sarah pauses. "Because going alone hasn't worked. And you two, well, you aren't amateurs." Marcus grins and takes the compliment as if he'd been waiting for it. Lily looks surprised, but says nothing. "Speaking of which," Marcus said, leaning forward, "where does all that tech of yours come in? You've got a hacker vibe, Lily. Not exactly your typical ghost hunter profile." Lily shrugs, feigning nonchalance. "I'm just good with, systems. Tech stuff. Sometimes people like you, run-and-gun types, can't cut it without a little encryption or a night vision camera." "Run and gun? I like that. But don't dodge. How does a tech genius end up chasing ghost stories?" said Marcus. Lily narrows her gaze at Marcus. "I didn't say I was chasing ghost stories. I'm here because, well, sometimes cases like this need my skill set. That's all." Sarah watches Lily closely, clearly sensing she's withholding something, but says nothing. Marcus, sensing the deflection, doesn't push any further. "Okay, fine. Everybody's got their secrets. Me? I'm just a guy who doesn't like leaving unfinished business behind. The Whittaker house has too many loose ends, and I don't walk away from those." "And how much do you actually know about the house?" Sarah cut in sharply. "Beyond its reputation, I mean." "Enough to know it's dangerous," Marcus said, tilting his mug at her. "And enough to know that you seem to think you've got the whole thing figured out." "And enough to know you don't," Sarah said, smirking slightly. "Touché. Guess that's why you need Professor Grayson," Marcus said, grinning. "Associate Professor," Sarah dryly corrected. "I think we're bonding. This is lovely." "Really?" Marcus said sarcastically. Don't get used to it, Sarah said. For a moment, they eat in silence. Outside, the rain starts to patter lightly against the windows, adding to the cozy but somber atmosphere. You know what's funny? We're sitting here acting normal, but tonight, or whenever we start digging into this thing, it's gonna be anything but normal, Lily said, breaking the silence. Marcus pushes his plate aside. Normal's overrated. It's the weird stuff people remember. Yes, people remember, Sarah said softly, almost to herself. And a quiet moment passes, the weight of her words linger, and Marcus and Lily exchange a glance, recognizing that there's more behind them than Sarah's willingness to share. Something unspoken begins to thread its way between them, the fledgling bond of three people who might not trust each other yet, but sense they'll need to soon. Marcus breaks the silence. Okay, what's next? We going full paranormal investigation mode, or what? Sarah stands up and collects her things. We start with the facts. Legends and stories only take us so far. The archive in Westchester might have what we're looking for. The archives? Lily made a face. You're not just dragging us through some of your class syllabus, are you? Marcus nudged Lily and stands up. Come on, Lily. Field trip with the professor. Sounds fun. Keep joking, Sarah said with a small smirk as she headed toward the door. You'll appreciate the preparation when we actually face what's inside that house.